To evaluate this one, this is Kai Turner on YouTube, where I had a very inaccurate match, but I want to show you how to recover from a position where you completely are losing. I got a billion of these videos, played over like 5,000 matches or something crazy, so I can show you a lot of these. Throughout my trainings, I've realized that, especially in the like 1,000 category, it really doesn't matter how much material you're up or down. You always have a fighting chance of winning. So this, I wanted to test something out. I always test out new stuff all the time. I said, well, I'm gonna take with the bishop instead of taking with the pawn. I normally take with the pawn because obviously you're threatening the knight and you have reinforcements coming with the queen coming in. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna take with the bishop, see what happens. So he threatens with his bishop. I completely ignore it just to have this little setup, and I figured at the end I would be picking up the bishop anyway. So, okay, boom, he takes this. And now I know best move is obviously to take the bishop instead of blocking like this, but that's cool. Do this. And most people at this rating level would probably move the knight somewhere, but realize that, well, the rook is actually pinned, so I'm not going to move the knight at all. He obviously realizes that and retreats back. Now, he should have just progressed on with his attack with the bishop. I would have been completely losing another knight right there if he did that. And almost get mated, I would have to move all the way down to like D7 or something crazy. So obviously I put him back, and since he's not pinned anymore, now I just start attacking. I just literally just came at him, taking advantage of the pin, obviously keeping pressure on him. Here's where it gets very, very, very sexy. So computer's best move is F4 for a specific reason. They want to get that square out of the way so that he has that diagonal. Bring the knight in. Now I got 3 pieces near your king. Always be aware that 3 pieces near your king is going to be bad news. This is what I actually calculated. From this move right here, he's up a queen, according to the evaluation. I evaluated, what if I do, because at first I was just focused, I was fixated on knight e2. I said, that's a great move, because it's going to do that, and then the boom bang, and then we're going to force the light square bishop off, and all this stuff, right? But then I thought about something even crazier. I was like, you're down material. You're down so much material at this point. What other options do you have? And this literal move I thought about. I said, what about knight f3? And some people might be like, what, knight f3? It's completely blundering a move, right? Well, actually, you'd be wrong. It's an inaccuracy. Why is it only an inaccuracy? It severely weakens the opponent's king. But not only that, it opens a great a great square for your queen to check. So that, given with the ability to somehow get your rook over to g8, if you ever could set that up, that'd be perfect, right? So that's what I'm thinking in my mind the whole time. Like it's gonna be hard because obviously he's got a lot of tempo right now, and he's gonna be, you know, he's got the threat really coming in. But I'm like, he's in very defensive mode because he realizes that 3 pieces near your king is never a good thing. So I go for it. Notice it's only an inaccuracy. It's not a blunder, because the computer realizes how vital king safety is actually takes. And here's the crazy part. Best move is actually to take that pawn, but realize you have to know your opponent. So I realized if I take this pawn right here, in some hypothetical universe, the queen or the bishop could infiltrate. I specifically use this pawn as an umbrella pawn, knowing that the king can't do anything. This pawn right here on f2 can't move because of just straight up the f3 pawn is blocking. So the pawns actually are helping me out because, well, now your king has this like barrier between them. So I'm like, all I need to do is get my queen on a g file and it's game. What do? He plays the only natural move that looks like he's not losing completely, right? Which I think anybody at this rating level is going to play the same move, threaten the queen. I give a check. He has only one legal move, and mate. But the funny part is that literally think about any instinctual move at this point right here in the game. What would you play in this position? I'm like, maybe you play bishop to block. It's not a bad move. That saves the game, of course, because obviously, queen check doesn't do anything because now you can just block with your bishop, right? But instinctually, are you going to think to do that? You move your dark squared bishop? No. Right now, you're thinking about light squares because everything's on a light square. Like this move it looks genius because you're like, well, I'm gonna be able to get my queen out. I'm gonna be able to block with the bishop so he can't take this pawn. It looks like a great move, but it completely blunders because of that. Just great way to like recover from a game where I'm down literally darn near 10 pieces, 11 pieces, 12 pieces of material, and ended up coming out with a win. So never give up. Always have to see tactics like this knight sack, which was genius. It was actually genius. And yeah, just know how to know how to get those tactics in there. As always, this is Kai Turner. Check out the channel. Hit the subscribe button if you like what you're seeing. Peace.